We'll just go.
Hey, like I said, it's your call.
Let's just go. Let's just do it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the White Guy Show. I'm Marty. This is Cracker, and today we're going to talk about. We're going to do another Schwarzenegger film. It's been a while, and then you said, "Hey, let's do a Schwarzenegger film," and I said that could go either way, and then we decided on
Batman and Robin.
And then this little kid ran around with his little electric car, and then
Big wheel.
and then that went away, and then it came back with the big wheel. And every time we tried this, it was just like the little kid.
So you kicked your dad out of his house, and now we're filming in
now I
his
was
kitchen.
like, get the fuck out of your own kitchen. Now we're doing the show. So
We could have at least picked a better movie to kick your dad out of.
I know, right? We could have done what was the one with the titties? It came in the '90s. The Saved by the Bell chick.
Titties? Oh, Showgirls?
Showgirls.
I've never seen Showgirls.
So what are we talking about this one for? Let's do that while we're here. So Joel Schumacher directed
Batman and Robin.
Schwartzy and
Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, Alicia Silverstone, Uma Thurman. Some independent wrestler plays Bane. Michael Goth is back as Alfred. Pat Hingle's back as Commissioner Gordon.
like they care. Keep going.
It doesn't matter. I think Vivica Fox plays one of the hot chicks. One of Mr. Freeze's girls.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And it was shite.
Pretty much.
Shite it was. Fuck. I mean...
Okay, well basically the plot is it's Batman.
Batman.
And he takes on Mr. Freeze and...
They've already established in the third one, this is the fourth one?
This is part 4.
So you already have Batman and Robin established.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Freeze shows up, played by Schwarzenegger.
Who is a walking pun machine.
Yes.
First off, this is a movie where you should only watch when you have a group of friends and a lot of beer.
Yes.
And I want you to take a swig every time Mr. Freeze makes a cold pun. You will be drunk in a half hour.
It was.
But, yeah, it's basically Batman and Robin take on Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy and Bane.
Yeah.
Basically, Uma Thurman plays Poison Ivy. She turns Batman and Robin against each other. Alicia Silverstone shows up from England.
Does any of this
with no English accent.
She's Alfred's kid. Who's
Alfred's granddaughter.
She's from England, but no accent at all. It's like
she shows up, turns into Batgirl. They fight the bad guys.
Everything is
the end. There's a side story where Alfred's dying, and they want Mr. Freeze to help.
Well, it's just like when
there's fat nipples.
Apollo dies in Rocky. It's like we're out of fucking ideas, but people will still show up to see it. What do? Kill Alfred, but not. And then he doesn't die because you have no balls, Schumacher. So it's shit. It's shit.
This is really, really bad. The set design is so over the top.
Yeah.
So bad. So cartoonish. So I kind of liked it in Batman Forever because it was new. You know, it was a big difference from the Tim Burton Batmans. Okay, but then it just got so over the top in Batman and Robin. You could tell there was no budget.
This is the one, aren't they riding on motorcycles at one point on top of a big... Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah, because there's a side story where Chris O'Donnell, Robin, Dick Grayson, he knows that Alicia Silverstone is going out at nighttime and she's doing these illegal motorcycle races. And there's this gigantic motorcycle race where she almost dies by falling off a building. He saves her life, blah, blah, blah. Right when he saves her life, by the end of the movie, she's going to do the same fucking thing to save him. Her acting is shit here. She's the worst part of this whole fucking film. And that's saying a lot from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone is the worst thing in this film. Hands down.
And that's still, there's a lot to compete with to win that award of shittiest performance.
For the most part, in movies, I enjoy Uma Thurman. Liked her in the Kill Bill movies. Liked her in Pulp Fiction.
Gattaca?
Yeah, Gattaca.
Okay.
But liked her in Pulp Fiction. Here, she's just boring. She's not. She doesn't grab your attention really. She's not very likable. She's not a likable villain. And that's the problem, especially in a superhero film. If you have a superhero film and you want people to enjoy it, you have to have a good villain. Like Superman had General Zod, great villain.
That's an
Batman
excellent.
Batman had Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker or the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Spider-Man 2 had Dr. Octopus, in my opinion, great villain, and so on. Steel had Judd Nelson.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
but she's not a likable
The
villain.
Last Outlaw had Mickey Rourke.
She's not a likable villain. They made Bane. Bane is one of my favorite Batman villains. This was before Dark Knight Rises, and Bane was likable. Was it Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy, great performance.
Great performance in Dark Knight Rises. Now, backstory on Bane. Bane is a scientific genius. He's very, very, very smart. Book smart. Trained himself. You know, he grew up in a prison. This is based on the comics. Grew up in a prison, you know, trained himself to read, this and that, hand-to-hand combat, super, 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 super smart, very intimidating. He knows chemicals, warfare, all this stuff. In this movie, they changed his backstory. Fine, they change backstories in comics all the time. Got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So they take a criminal, a normal, everyday criminal, inject him with some chemicals, and then make him this big monster. Okay, fine, but he's a retard. All he does is say his name, and he doesn't just say Bane, he goes, Bane.
That's it. And it's...
Or he says, like, you know, die, or just random shit. They make him a retarded caricature of the character that everyone who is a Batman fan loves. When as a Batman fan, I read Batman comics, you know, from high school on when this came out, and when I found out Bane was finally going to be in a Batman movie, you know, my boner hit the roof.
The roof of what?
The high school.
Okay.
And then when I saw this, my boner went inside and flew out my ass. It was so bad. This portrayal of Bane is so horrible. Let's see, Chris O'Donnell. He's just a whiny little bitch in this one.
And that's tone deafness. Joel Schumacher has this interview where he says it's just a Batman movie. No, it's important to people.
Mm-hmm.
People care about these characters. People care about this.
Is it, what does he call it?
So,
form of like Americana? It's like, he's like, you know, it's a weird way to say he's somewhat of an American icon, like in the media.
Batman, yeah.
In, you know, written media, he is, because, you know, everyone knows Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. But you know this is bad, because I have this on DVD, because like I bought the set, and everything is like 2 discs, so, and I love bonus features and stuff.
Yeah.
You know it's bad. I'd already seen it, but you know it's bad when, let's say you've never seen it before. You pop in my special edition DVD, and Joel Schumacher opens it up by apologizing.
Yeah. He didn't
Respect the characters.
Didn't respect the characters. Didn't respect the source material. He made a joke out of Bane. He made a whiny little bitch out of Robin.
That's the thing. The thing with Robin is, yes, okay, I knew it was going to happen. Robin gets jealous of Batman. He wants, you know, his own thing. He wants his own vehicle, this and that.
But if you
That's
throw in
fine,
Chris O'Donnell, he's too fucking old to be a whiny little bitch.
He was complaining, and then of course Poison Ivy's messing with their minds, turning them against each other.
Yeah.
But it's George Clooney holds his own against Chris O'Donnell, because Chris O'Donnell is basically, I want my own car, chicks keep the car, Poison Ivy loves me, and you're jealous, and this and that, and it's really, really bad. His performance is in the garbage.
But you can't be too upset by anybody's performances, because it's shit.
Well, yeah, they're given shit.
Yeah.
But you can still
They're
try to
all
at least put
actors who have given good performances. Chris O'Donnell as well, Alicia Silverstone. Here it's just like, what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do to save this? You can't.
George Clooney, he's great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Because Bruce Wayne is George Clooney. Millionaire playboy, thousands and thousands of beautiful girlfriends, all the money, all the fame, adulations. He's great Bruce Wayne. Like you just said with Robin, when he's Batman, he's just trying his best.
Yeah.
He's given shit to work with, and it's just not working. It's really bad. I loved him when he was Bruce Wayne, but when he was Batman, I didn't care.
Yeah. And that again, it literally got everything wrong. And then it was like neon. It's like, dude, everything was neon. It's like, it's Batman at night with the grittiness
It was
and the reality.
It was somewhat neat to see in the neon in like Batman Forever, but that's because the Joker, he wore those neon green and Two-Face had the multiple colors.
Riddler, you mean? Riddler was bright. So if you
That's what I meant.
if you had that contrast, and like Joker in the Chris Nolan,
Yeah.
he was very purple and everything, so bright versus dark. And then when there was the inverse, because the dark character was the good guy and so forth. So, visually to work with that in a way Chris Nolan did it, I think the big difference is Chris Nolan respected the material and respected the characters and knew it's not just a comic book movie. This is something that the fans want to be taken seriously.
What I don't get is
We're dying on time.
All right. Schumacher. This is his second Batman film, so this isn't like just thrown in in the middle of everything. So he knows these characters, at least the Batman and Robin characters.
Yeah.
And he just threw them right in the toilet. Arnold Schwarzenegger is just horrible here. It's grating on the ears.
Yes.
And like I said, everything is a pun. The only thing I liked about it was when he is in his secret base. He's wearing a bathrobe. He's wearing like fuzzy slippers, and he's watching like Santa Claus Comes to Town. That's funny because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger watching it.
Yes.
Okay, and he's telling everybody to sing the songs and stuff like that. That's funny. But the rest of it's crap.
Yeah.
The budget is horrible. There's a scene where Mr. Freeze has frozen all of Gotham City, and one of the cop cars is frozen. The door slams, and you see the icicles just flap like that. Bad. It's just
everything wrong.
Other than the only reason to see this film is 2 minutes of Arnold singing show tunes.
And then
Not even the action is good.
didn't do a good job with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face in the first one, but it's like if you want to show that duality, where the guy is, Mr. Freeze, his wife is in a coma or something.
Yeah, she's in a coma and he's trying to bring her back, but
okay.
The funny
So
thing
you show him that his loneliness and everything, he's going kind of batshit insane, making him sing because he's so far removed from where his life was when he was a doctor and shit.
And then
but then it got too goofy.
And of course, Alfred's dying of the same thing Mr. Freeze's wife is dying of, so you know where that's going to go. It's so fucking predictable.
And they threw it together, and it's just like, again, we have nothing, but we know people will show up. So
and what's really bad is when a lot of the action scenes are really boring.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, this has become a caricature of itself, is they try to do like an auction for all the pretty ladies. And then Batman and Robin are fighting over Poison Ivy. And Batman pulls out a Bat credit card that says Batman on it, does the whole never leave home without it shit, and your asshole just falls out.
Fucking awful. So we're running out of everything.
We've said enough.
That's all it needs to say. It was shit. Shit in a hat. I'm Whitey. This is Cracker, the Whitey White Guy Show.
Like, subscribe.
Tell people.
Don't watch Batman and Robin. Check out my channel. Hey Internet too.
Yeah.
And I'll also check out his channel that I'm on right now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw in more time for this.
Okay. Well, we're out of it. So
Oh, well.
Thanks for watching and good journey. I think we made it.
I hope so.